I think this is something my son did recently that made me realize. I was like, because for him, being a leader or being a boss then means that you can fire everybody. He's like, I'm senior director, you're fired. That's his idea of like, if he doesn't get his way. So I think a lot of when people think about leadership when they're starting out, they think, I'm the boss, you have to listen to me, I demand your respect. And that's not necessarily the case. It's about like what Tarnjit was saying about bringing people along with you along the way and enabling them to grow and realizing that your shortcomings and really bringing like everybody together to get your mission.
Speaking, I literally had to fling myself on the stage once just to try and get over that kind of fear of my own confidence and my own opinion. Because it's sometimes quite hard to, in a room full of people go, right, this is my opinion and I believe in it. Sometimes it's easy to go, oh no, I don't agree. I'm just going to be quiet. And that's really easy just to bottle down. And
I go with my grain rather than against it. All this stuff about you need to master your weaknesses. No, life's too short, right? Just go with your strengths and build on those.
Then learning emotional intelligence and being able to express your discontent or of the situation without having to make someone emotional or angry, and actually getting your ideas across. So I noticed he's the president of our company, and he's assumed this leadership role in the past like 6 years, and he's grown as a leader. I've noticed this. And before, he would berate us. I think then we noticed this during the QPRs. Like before, he's like, "Where are your stats?" And like, I don't see any numbers here. But whereas with now, this time, like, he said it in a much firmer way, but the message got across, right? So he was like, okay, I noticed that you guys didn't have numbers here, but maybe you should bring it next time. So everybody knew, oh shit, I messed up. But like, but I think the way you were delivering the message is very important. I mean, knowing how to control the situation without getting emotional.
Didn't get taught. I didn't get taught how to deal with my nemesis. So wherever I work, there always seems to be one person that kind of like, I seem to attract bullying. I'm still learning how to do the nemesis dealing thing, and I think I will be doing that. And it's probably not the best mindset to have either, is like, you are my nemesis. But I'm like, well, alrighty then, okay, I see where we are. Okay. And
I think at the end of the day, if I know that I'm achieving what I want to achieve, and the people that know me and the people I work with, and they'll see that, that's all that you should be worrying about. Your goals are what is leading you in the future. And I don't think you should be, just don't worry about age, honestly, don't worry about age.
Okay, so I mean, if you're like, first of all, there are some people who are like shooting for the moon, and like, I just want to make sure you're not those crazy people who are doing that, because you have to set your you have to know what you can offer, and you have to know you have to level yourself at the right spot. And then if you're still not
well, my mentoring has been from, I've seen another colleague and thought, how do they do that? I want to learn that particular thing there. I make a distinction between mentoring and coaching. So mentoring, I feel like you're passing on expertise and stuff like that. You're enlarging someone's knowledge around something, whereas coaching, I feel like you're helping the person find their own answer. So it's really hard when you're having a super day and you just want to rage and rant at people because life is to hold it in and not emanate it through your vibes.
You're so my soulmate.
Yeah.
I found her.
So I've picked the right people to go vent at, the right people to talk to, the right people to cry in front of. So I have, like, embarrassingly, I have cried a few times at work, and it's usually through frustration and anger, not because I'm feeling weak or vulnerable or anything like that.
Skill my husband and I both identified as a formula for success in life is ability to communicate and exude confidence. So we're going to put him in this thing called Stagecoach, which is like a drama thing. Realize people have built careers on ability to bullshit and to project confidence. There are guys who not in my current, I won't say anything about my current company, but in my career, who have half the skills of some of the women leaders that I've seen, who are able to pass through because they have this confidence, right? And they can they can use those snappy MBA words, and when in fact they've never run a program. So like a person who's done, who's like put the time in like from the ground up, knowing the ins and outs of the business, they'll get overlooked because they don't know how to project themselves or put themselves in that situation or sell themselves well. So I would say if you can go back in time, or if you can do that now, learn these skills. Go pick up if you can't go get an MBA because it's like ridiculously expensive, then like go pick up some like business language skills to really communicate your ideas clearly in a confident way and project that confidence, because that will get you into.
The only other mistake I have made is not believing in myself. It's quite hard. It's very easy not to believe in yourself, but I think I'm very good at giving everyone else going, you're great, but I can give myself the hardest of times, and sometimes being able to stop doing that is quite difficult. But I'm trying my best to do that, but not believing in myself.
Things like that. So it's really about finding opportunities and making yourself grow little by little, and it's like, okay, I can do this, and then start building that up and giving yourself challenges as well.
And then before we move on to questions from the audience, what one bit of advice would you give to your younger self, going on the theme of the evening?
So I'd say if you've got inner, sort it out as soon as possible.
I would definitely go back and tell myself that I need to stop, and although I pride myself on it, being a workaholic is not ideal.
As a formula for success in life is ability to communicate.
I just want to say it's never too late to start to do what you want to do. It's never too late. I've changed careers twice, so, and I'm old. No, I changed careers late, and I don't regret it at all. So don't ever think that.
I'm going to add something actually. So I started off as an intern here at Foolproof, and it's basically my story was coming to events like these, networking, talking to people, and actually don't see kind of a job as the end goal. I found other ways to find companies to help me. So actually Foolproof helped write my dissertation. I reached out for just some advice, just a contact, just building kind of like forms of communication. And then eventually, opportunities come. Sometimes they don't, but don't see kind of a job as the end goal necessarily. Build contacts and keep having the conversation.